This is Scott Beal, founder of No Boundary Learning. If you really want to measure the success of any educational program, you have to look at development over time. The most important factor is to take a look at who the child becomes. By virtue of the fact that No Boundary Learning has been implemented for nearly 25 years, I have the rare opportunity to have data on students over time. The two clips you're about to see are of Madeline Scaller and Eric Facinis. They are both No Boundary Learning students for 5 years in their youth. The first clip shows them in middle school. The second clip will show them 15 years later as career adults. Gentlemen, you have any comments on the overall experience?
Very informative.
Yes, yeah.
Any criticisms?
I think that they could,
Make it less commercial.
yeah, like make it less commercial.
Yeah, but let me just, for sake of conversation, don't you think that making green actions business related is going to help change
We
things?
think
Yeah.
the Earth needs it. We think that this country in general has to stop expanding. We don't need to expand like that. It is good to recycle things, but stopping production in general would be better than making more pavement, you know? We shouldn't expand because we're already destroying the environment.
Right.
Maybe like,
What do you think of that, Zach? You agree?
Yes.
I was heavily influenced by Scott's classes. I think that the type of education that he presented to us and the mentorship was essential for my development to be able to open my mind to the possibility of new and creative solutions for the big problems that we face today in the world. Scott's class introduced me into systems thinking, an ability to see the supply chain and how my actions are actually causing a ripple effect that I can change if I choose to. The world needs more people like Scott in it to be teaching our youth new ways of thinking so that they can handle the world that we're passing down to them.
I personally audited the hospital.
That's huge, I was gonna say. Wow.
Since this hospitals are huge and this is very expensive, I focused mainly on clean products. And after I gave my suggestions, well, first they were very patronizing and they didn't think I was serious. But once they found out I really was serious, they adopted my suggestions on the spot.
Wow.
And everyone on the team has a great story.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for making such a difference. I'm really inspired as well as grateful. That's fantastic.
One of our prize consultants, this is Madeline Scaller. We call her the Executive Director of Do Right Leadership Corps, which is a non-school-based community group that emerges from the curriculum. So, with no further ado, Madeline.
Good evening. My name is Madeline Scaller, and I'm a freshman at Brewster High School, and currently the chairwoman of the Do Right Leadership Corps. Throughout my work with Do Right, I've done several projects, the most notable being the audit of the Putnam Hospital Center. Since the hospital facility is so large, I targeted mainly cleaning products. I observed and researched all the products they bought and used. And at the end of the day, when I presented my recommendations, they adopted all of them on the spot. From this, I gained confidence, a sense of self, and a voice in today's society. This voice took me all over the country, from New York to talk on the radio, to Vermont and Atlanta to speak at conferences about the importance of youth in the climate change movement. This voice has carried me here today to talk about what youth can bring to the table when it comes to something as serious and as imminent as climate change. The young people of the world are very important in this field, in society, and in the world. Young people can see things in a way adults can't. Many of us are gifted with natural problem-solving ability. We're able to make connections and solve problems due to our objectivity. Sure, young people may make more mistakes along the way or have less experience than the professionals, but our vision is overall clearer and our perspective is more unique. To change today's world, I believe that we have to start by changing current mental models, creating a shift in mindset. Certain individuals and events have caused business and government to gain a bad reputation for being corrupt and unethical. This lowers the credibility of these institutions in the eyes of many young people. In this sense, we, the people who sit before you today on the stage, like to consider ourselves the conscience of the conference. We can link the older generation to the younger generation, and I believe that this connection can be made here.
Learning from Mr. Beal was one of the most significant and impactful experiences I had throughout my education. He opened my eyes to systems thinking and creative problem solving in a way that allowed me to excel in all areas of my life. I honestly still use concepts, techniques, and strategies that he taught me in middle school today at my job. Mr. Beal opened my eyes to environmental issues and global perspectives. I'm eternally grateful for everything that I learned from him.